My name is Calista B, reporting for Kids First, age 17, and today I am talking with Gabriel Iglesias, one of the biggest comedians in all of America, who is now working on a Netflix original comedy, Mr. Iglesias, which is now on part 3. How are you doing?
I am doing fantastic. I love your hat.
Thank you. So, in my opinion, comedy is one of the hardest things to write for. I have tried writing comedy. It's very difficult for me. How hard is it for you, and do you have any tips for writing comedy?
Anytime I'm doing shows, there's no sit down writing process for me. Like I can't sit with a piece of paper and a pen and write down jokes. I've never had that ability. What I do is things that are bothering me, the more frustrated I am, the funnier for some reason things are on stage. So if I get into, let's say, an argument with my son or something bothered me throughout the day, I'll go on stage and I'll vent. I'll vent about it in an animated way. And if people laugh at certain things, I'll remember them, or I'll record the show and I'll go back and watch the material, and I'll take out what didn't work and then I'll add on top of whatever did until I have a full set.
So not only does it make for good comedy, but it's also a pretty good coping mechanism for like stress.
Oh yeah. The stage is definitely my therapy, and where I get stuff off my chest to feel better about myself at the end of the day.
So in Mr. Iglesias, the school in the show is Woodrow Wilson High, which is a real school in Long Beach, and it's the school that you attended. So, how does it feel to be back on campus in a way?
I thought it was pretty cool that the school was willing to allow us to use the name and the logos for a sizable donation. But the fact that it's a real school and people can drive by it, because we use the images from the school. So I've driven by and seen people taking pictures in front of it. The school is right up the street from me. It's literally down the right down the street from here. And I just love that, because a lot of times when you see TV shows, it's always a fake location. People are still looking for Gotham City. They're like, well, where is it? I know it's got to be around here somewhere. But the fact that they can, relate to it's a real place. It's based on a real city. It's based on, my life going back to that school, because there was a strong possibility that I was going to be a teacher.
Mm-hmm. And was it always the plan to use Woodrow Wilson, or was it just kind of like hey, this would be cool?
I like the fact that we're using real locations and again, real places. It gives it a little bit more to the show, So if I can talk about making certain references to either like local spots, because again, that's another thing too. On the show, we actually use real places. Like Roxanne's is a real place here in Long Beach. It's a real business. And I love the fact that it gives attention to a real local business. And hopefully once everything, we get past this, the business will do better, and it'll become one of those like, hey, that's the spot.
Yeah. What were some unique challenges that came with making a sitcom?
Going from being a stand-up comic to an actor, it's a big shift. I'm used to being the writer, the director, the producer, the executive producer, all of those things. When you're a stand-up comic, it's just you on that stage. But as an actor, you need to rely on other people to bounce off of. So, that took some adjusting, and then relying on someone else to write the material for you. I'm not part of the writer's room. I trust the writers to come up with the content, and then it's my job to deliver it. And there are certain times when I will make adjustments on certain words, or maybe we kind of tweak it a little bit. But at the end, it's a collaboration. So relying on other people is probably the hardest thing.
Mm-hmm. Were any of the students or teachers that are present in the show, were they based off of any real people in your high school days?
Well, my best friend on the show, his name's Tony. He's played by Jacob Vargas. There is a real Tony in my life who I grew up with, who's still my friend, who I still see regularly. And, there's just a difference in about 2 feet in height. My real friend, Tony, he's like 6 foot something, and Jacob is not. So Jacob's a little bit shorter. So, but it's based on that character. And, there's other people on the show that, have certain, they've been inspired by certain people, but I didn't use real names.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much for this interview, Mr. Iglesias.
Well, thank you very much. I hope everybody enjoys the show. Check it out. And if you don't like it, there's always Selena.
My first driving lesson. Vegas, baby!